The Bush and the Carter libraries have made a very broad disclosure of its donors. Except for a few who asked to remain anonymous, the Bush contributors have been named publicly, and the names of the largest among them are either chiseled into a wall or onto bricks of the walkway at the library in Texas. The Carter Library also has a wall of founders. The Clinton Library, on the other hand, has adopted a policy of non-disclosure. This is an attempt to glean information from various sources. Mr. Clinton will not likely want to dwell on the library's price tag, which was originally set at either $125 million. Estimates grew to $500 million, but the library's actual cost was $165 million. They include an addition to 97 donors reported by the New York Times. Several foreign governments gave at least $1 million, including the Middle Eastern nations of Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as the governments of Taiwan and Brunei. It has been reported that the Saudi government donated $10 million to the project. At least 10% of Clinton Library contributors are said to come from foreign sources. A handful of Middle East business executives and officials also gave at least $1 million each. They include Saudi businessman Abdullah Abba, Nasser el-Rashid, Vahid Juafi, as well as Islam Ferez, a U.S. citizen who previously served as Deputy Prime Minister of Lebanon. Clinton was challenged by members of Congress for accepting a reported $450,000 donation to his library from the former wife of fugitive financier Mark Rich, before he granted Rich a pardon for tax evasion in 2001. Neither Clinton nor the Rich family would confirm the donation. The Clinton Library has also received large donations from Americans and American entities. The Roy and Christine Sturgis Charitable Trust has pledged $4 million. The Wasserman Foundation, Los Angeles, gave $4 to $6 million, and the Wasserman Foundation of Los Angeles gave between $6 million and $7 million. Filmmakers Steven Spielberg, Stephen Bing, and David Geffen, Walmart and Walmart heir Alice Walton, the Anheuser-Busch Foundation, SlimFest executive Daniel Abraham, and Vin Gupta, chairman and CEO of InfoUSA, a telemarketing firm that has come under scrutiny for its handling of private information, has also given. While the donors remain undisclosed, it was reported Clinton sold part of the list to Walter Carr, whose company is a subsidiary of InfoUSA. InfoUSA is involved in an investigation in Iowa for selling mailing lists of elderly Americans to criminals. In response to the investigation, the company released a statement saying, while InfoUSA cannot manage what a client does with the publicly available information InfoUSA provides, the company has a strict policy about selling data to companies who act illegally. Fashion industry leaders headed by Arnold Simon, chief executive of Varis Industries, including the designers Vera Wang and Nicole Miller, also supported the library project. President Clinton began raising money for his library while still in office. Senator Clinton has introduced legislation barring such conduct by future presidents. President Clinton has said that if his wife's bill became law, he would comply with public disclosure even though not covered by the legislation. The easiest way for Congress to completely eliminate the need for disclosure and limits on presidential library funds is to provide federal dollars for this purpose. It seems reasonable to suggest that the federal government has some interest in providing taxpayer funds for the express purpose of constructing safe repositories for presidential papers and associated mementos of an administration. This is Joe Garcia for reform@squarespace.com. reform@squarespace.com. The email address is 2008reform@gmail.com. 2008reform@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and have a good afternoon.